What if peace in old age isn't about having more, but about letting some people go? What if your happiness now depends on who you let into your life? Imagine your life is like a beautiful garden. Not big, but quiet. Not crowded, but warm. At this age, you no longer seek crowds. You seek tranquility. You seek genuine relationships. You seek light days. But without realizing it, there are people who can drain your energy. Not violently, but slowly, little by little. And you may not realize it until you feel tired. This video is the beginning of a journey of reflection. A journey to choose wisely. A journey to keep your heart warm. Imagine waking up in the morning without pressure. Without drama. Without unnecessary guilt. Imagine sitting in your favorite chair. A warm cup of tea in your hand, and a truly peaceful heart. It's possible. It's worth it. It can start now. Because old age isn't the end of the journey. It's the golden season. The season to enjoy the fruits of your life's wisdom. If you feel it's time to protect your peace, if you feel like living more lightly, if you believe that tranquility is the greatest treasure, then this journey is for you. Prepare to see life more gently, wiser, more peaceful, and maybe, after this, you'll start choosing more peace. Because you deserve to live days filled with light. Have you ever noticed one thing that changes as you get older? In the past, we chased success. We chased achievement. We chased recognition. But now, we seek only one simple thing. Tranquility. Imagine your life like a house you've been building for decades. Brick by brick. Tears and laughter. Hard work and sacrifice. Now, in your mature years, you want to sit on that porch. Enjoy the evening breeze. Hear the birds sing. No noise, no chaos. But there's one important question. Does everyone who comes to your porch bring peace? Or do some unknowingly bring small storms? Today we're going to talk about something gentle, yet very important. Not to scare you, not to harden you, but to help you keep the garden of your life green and warm. Before we get into the meat of the discussion, let me sincerely say one thing. If you find content like this meaningful and peaceful, please support this channel by subscribing and liking this video. This way, we can continue to share inspiration with seniors around the world who want to live their golden years wisely. Thank you for your support. Now, let's take a slow walk together. Let's start with a simple illustration. Imagine you have a small garden behind your house. It grows beautiful flowers, fresh vegetables, and shady fruit trees. Every day you water it, tending to it, enjoying the fruits. Then someone comes along and says, "May I pick a few?" You smile and say, "Sure." The next day, she comes again. And again, and again. She never brings seeds. She never helps with watering. She never asks if your plants are still strong enough. She just picks. When we're young, we might not mind. Our energy is like a rushing river. But when we're older, our energy is like a calm lake. The lake is beautiful, but it's not infinite. This type of person often says, "Just for a little while. Not much. You're wiser." But if you do it continuously, you'll secretly feel exhausted. And the most subtle of all is guilt. We feel bad if we refuse. But listen carefully. Self-care isn't selfish. Preserving your energy is a form of wisdom. Just like a cell phone battery needs to be recharged, your heart needs time to recharge. If you use it continuously without rest, it will die. If someone shows up more often when they need something than when you need a cup of tea, there might be something to think about. Giving is noble, but giving without limits can rob you of peace. Now let's imagine another situation. Imagine you're sitting in a park, enjoying the morning sun. The air is fresh. Birds are singing. Then someone sits down next to you and says, "My life is always hard. Everyone is mean to me. No one understands me." You try to comfort. You offer advice. You listen patiently. But next week it's the same story. Next month it's the same. Next year, still the same. This type of person is like hugging a dark cloud and refusing to let go. What exhausts us isn't the problem. It's the unchanging attitude. In old age, we want more light than shadow. We want conversations that give hope, not ones that drain us. Compassion remains important. We don't stop caring. But we also need to realize, you're not a 24-hour personal psychologist. You're not the world's complaint center. Imagine you're a small candle that gives light. If too much wind of complaint blows against you, the flame can go out. Sometimes, the wisest thing to do is say gently, I'm listening, but I also need to keep my heart light. And that's not wrong. Old age is a precious phase of life. It's a beautiful autumn. The leaves are changing color. The air is cooler. Slower steps, but more consciously. You've worked hard all your life. You've helped many people. You've given more than anyone knows. Now is the time to maintain peace. Repeat to yourself, my peace matters. My energy is precious. My happiness is not to be sacrificed indefinitely. Inhale slowly, exhale gently. Imagine your garden. Imagine the warm sun shining on your face. Imagine only good people sitting on your porch. That's the life you deserve. Because a peaceful old age is no accident. It's a choice. Next, we'll discuss the type of person who seems ordinary, sometimes even nice, but can slowly disrupt your peace of mind in old age. Have you ever felt tired, not from work, but from interactions? You're sitting with someone, the conversation is normal, there's no major conflict, but then you feel like your energy is draining. Like a battery that's dropped 20% without you knowing why. When we're young, we might not even notice it. But as we get older, we become more aware. Because now, what we're looking for isn't excitement. What we're looking for is quality. Imagine you're enjoying a cup of warm tea in the afternoon. The sky is clear. The breeze is gentle. Suddenly, someone arrives with news. Do you know what happened? You won't believe it. This is so shocking. At first, it's exciting. Like watching a television series. But over time, every encounter is filled with gossip, conflict, or exaggerated stories. This type of person thrives on sensation. They feel important when there's drama. They feel alive when there's conflict. The problem is, peace and drama can't coexist. In old age, our hearts are like a calm lake. If we keep throwing small stones at them, the ripples never stop. If every meeting feels like a new episode of a reality show, maybe you're sitting in the front row of the drama too often. Drama can be exhausting without us realizing it. It steals our peace little by little. This doesn't mean we have to cut ties, but we can choose a healthy distance. We can listen without getting carried away. We can smile without escalating the situation. Remember this slowly. You don't have to be a constant audience in someone else's story. You have the right to choose peace. Now let's imagine a different situation. Someone always says, you should do this. You should do that. At your age, you should, they may have good intentions. But slowly, you feel like you're losing your space. In old age, freedom is the greatest gift. After decades of following rules, working to schedules, fulfilling obligations. Now you want to make your own choices. What time to wake up? What to eat? Whether to go out or stay home. These types of people often don't realize they're trying to control other people's lives for the sake of feeling secure. But your life isn't their project. Imagine a bird finally freed from its cage after years. Would it be appropriate to immediately put it back on a leash? No, you have earned the right to determine your own pace. If someone continues to try to control, criticize, or dictate your choices, slowly and calmly say, I respect your opinion, but I'm comfortable with my decision. A simple sentence, yet powerful, because old age isn't a time to prove yourself to anyone. It's a time to enjoy inner freedom. Avoid getting bogged down in unnecessary drama. And don't let anyone take the helm of your life. Imagine your life as a ship sailing on calm seas. You are the captain. You are welcome to receive guidance. But your hands remain on the wheel. Take a deep breath. Feel the maturity you possess. Feel the long experiences that have shaped you. You don't need noise to feel alive. You don't need approval to feel worthy. I choose peace. I choose freedom. I choose lightness. The journey to a peaceful old age continues. And you deserve it. Next, we'll discuss the most subtle, most difficult to recognize, and often very polite type. They're not loud. They're not dramatic. They're not overtly controlling your life. This type is different. They're like a cold breeze that slowly creeps in through a crack in the window. They're not immediately noticeable, but over time, they make the room uncomfortable. As we age, we become more sensitive to energy, not because we're weak, but because we've learned to distinguish between what's warm and what's heavy-hearted. Imagine someone who always says in a gentle tone, "I only want the best for you. I'm doing this for you. You know, without me, you'd have a hard time." Their words sound kind. Their intentions seem caring. But after talking with them, you feel small. You feel guilty. You feel indebted. You feel obligated to repay something you never asked for. This type of person doesn't ask directly. They cultivate a sense of obligation. It's like someone giving you a gift, then every week reminding you that the gift was very expensive. In old age, our hearts are like mature gardens. We no longer need excessive fertilizer. We just need enough sunlight and water. Subtle manipulation often comes in the form of excessive attention, unsolicited help, guilt-laced advice, and without realizing it, we feel tied down. If every favor makes you feel like you're signing an invisible contract, there might be something to evaluate. Gently pay attention to these signs. Do you feel free to be yourself? Or do you always feel like you have to please them? Do you feel appreciated, or do you always feel inadequate? Healthy relationships make your heart feel light, not heavy. Healthy relationships give you breathing space, not subtle pressure. Love doesn't force. Kindness doesn't bind. True caring doesn't make you feel small. Now, close your eyes for a moment, if that's comfortable. Imagine sitting by a very calm lake. The water is clear. The blue sky is perfectly reflected. In your hand is a small stone. The stone represents a small burden, guilt, unnecessary obligations, unseen pressure. Look at the stone. Feel its weight. Then, gently release it into the water. Plunge. A small circle forms, then calm returns. That's how peace works. You don't need anger. You don't need a big confrontation. Sometimes distance is enough. Clear boundaries are enough. Simply saying gently, "Thank you, I can manage." Old age is a season of inner freedom. This is not the time to get caught up in emotional games. You've lived long enough to know, peace is far more valuable than winning an argument. We learn about the most subtle types, but also the most important to recognize. People who make you feel small slowly. People who instill guilt to keep you giving. People who wrap control in a veil of attention. Remember, you deserve a warm relationship, not a binding one. I am enough. I am free. I don't owe my peace to anyone. And you are getting closer to a life of peace and prosperity. Next, we'll talk about how all these lessons fit together, and how you can build a truly peaceful life in old age. Having identified 5 types of people who can drain your energy: the relentless taker, the perpetual victim, the drama creator, the controller, and the subtle controller, the question is no longer about them. The question is about you. How do you want to live the rest of your life? Tiredly, or lightly, stressed, or freely? Let's sit together for a moment, like old friends talking on the porch as the sun sets. Imagine your life as a circle of chairs in a park. Each chair represents a person in your life. When you're young, the circle is large. Lots of chairs. Lots of voices, lots of dynamics. But as you get older, the circle gets smaller, not because of loneliness, but because of the natural selection of wisdom. You begin to realize that not everyone needs to sit in the innermost circle of your life. Some are just outside the fence. Some just pass by occasionally, and only a few actually sit close. That's a sign of emotional maturity. One of the most beautiful skills of old age is the ability to say no without getting angry. Think of no like a garden fence. The fence isn't to keep everyone out. It's to protect the flowers. When someone asks too much, You can say, I can't do it this time. I need some time to myself. I want to rest. No long explanations needed. No guilt. At this age, if someone asks for something that tires you out, you have the right to prioritize a nap. And that's a very wise decision. Now let's focus on something more beautiful. If we subtract people who drain our energy, what do we add? Add people who make you laugh simply. Appreciate silence. Listen without judgment. Be present without a hidden agenda. A healthy relationship in old age is like a warm cup of soup on a cold winter's day. Simple, not fancy, but warming from the inside out. You don't need much. You just need sincerity. Now picture this. Morning. Sunlight streams through the window. You wake up without pressure. No dramatic messages. No urgent requests. You walk slowly. Brew tea or coffee. Sit in your favorite chair. The phone rings, and you smile because it's someone calling with good news, not trouble. A light conversation. A chuckle. A simple prayer. This is the true wealth of old age. Not the amount of money. Not the number of acquaintances. But the quality of peace. Our journey isn't about distancing ourselves from people. It's about drawing closer to ourselves. About understanding that after decades of giving, working, struggling, and enduring, you deserve to enjoy the rewards. Old age isn't the end. It's the harvest. A season to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your wisdom. I choose peace. I choose healthy boundaries. I choose warm relationships. I choose a light life. If there's one thing you can take away from this series, let it be this. Protecting your peace is not an act of violence. It's an act of love for yourself. And you, with all your experience and wisdom, deserve days of peace, prosperity, and light. May the porch of your life always be filled with warm sunshine, and only those who bring serenity sit there. Before you close this video, let me ask you one very simple yet profound question. If you one day look back on your life, would you want to be remembered as someone who was tired of everyone? Or as someone who lived peacefully and wisely? At this age, we are no longer racing. We are no longer proving ourselves. We are no longer chasing applause. We are learning to enjoy the silence. Imagine your life like the afternoon sun. Not too hot, not too rushed, but warm and beautiful. During your life, you have given so much. Time, energy, love, sacrifice, maybe more than anyone realizes. Now is the time to embrace peace. It doesn't mean stopping caring. It doesn't mean becoming cold. It means being wise in your choices. Choosing who sits close to your heart. Choosing conversations that lighten your soul. Choosing quiet days. If there's one message we can all embrace, let it be this. Old age is a gift, and peace is its crown. Inhale slowly. Feel the air coming in gently. Exhale slowly. You're still here. You're still valuable. You still have light. And that light doesn't need to be spent on everyone. Let it shine where it's meant to be. In hearts that cherish it. In genuine relationships. If this video touched your heart, if you felt accompanied on this journey, let's stay connected. Please hit the like button if you felt it meant something. Share this video with friends, relatives, or anyone who also wants to age peacefully. Subscribe to this channel to continue receiving warm and inspiring messages. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next message. And leave a comment. I'd love to hear your experiences and life wisdom. Because every story of this age is a story worth sharing. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for walking together. May your days be filled with peace. May your home be filled with warmth. And may your heart always feel content. Until we meet again, keep choosing peace.